Hello, okay, for tonight's dinner, we're going to have an old Irish favorite. It's going to be a pork loin over some root vegetables with a little gravy sauce to go with it. So the first thing we're going to do is start with our root vegetables. In this case, we're going to use about 3/4 of a pound of turnips cut up. Now, the originals ask for parsnips, 3/4 of a cup of parsnips cut in 1 inch. Parsnips are fine, grocery store was out. Turnips are another root vegetable, I think they'll be fine. Carrots, 3/4 of a pound. There's again, it said to cut it in 1 inch segments. Well, all they had were baby carrots. You know, we're having some shortage on the shelves in the grocery stores. But there's 3/4 of a pound. I've got a teaspoon of thyme. I've got a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And I have a 1/2 tablespoon of oil, olive oil. Get all that in there. And I'm just gonna mix them up so that they're all coated evenly with the herbs and the little bit of oil that we've used, and it is just a little bit of oil. Okay. And we need to clear some stuff. Mixed up our root vegetables and their herbs, a little bit of oil, and I'm just going to put them right into our pan. Spread them out evenly. Very good. And now we're going to mix up our herbs for our piece of meat. Over here we have a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and salt. A 1/2 teaspoon of oil. And a teaspoon of thyme again. Just mix it up a little bit here. Okay. Now the easiest way to do this is just, I washed my hands, is to have it, this is 1 pound of boneless loin pork. We want to rub this all over it. I want to get it, the spices all massaged into it. And when you finally do put it down, you'll want to put it down with the fat side up. It's going to help keep it moist while it cooks. When you're all done, You're gonna lie them just right on top of your root vegetables. And it's gonna go into a 400-degree oven for 50 to 65 minutes. I'm gonna say probably just 50. I'm gonna check it, of course, with a meat thermometer to make sure it's done. It is pork. We do want it cooked all the way through, but we don't want it to be shoe leather. Degree oven. Ooh, yes, it's warm. Now, I'm gonna set the timer for 50 minutes, but I am going to come every 5 to 10 minutes and stir the vegetables up so that they get stirred up a little bit as they're cooking, so they cook a little more evenly. So let me put that on the timer, 50 minutes. And we'll see you in a bit. Okay, I think it is done. Let's bring it up top here. Okay, now, looks good. I'm gonna make the fattest part there. That should be should be 145. So we're going to take our roast right there. Now we need to keep this warm. We're just going to put a little tent over it. Nothing special. Let the steam escape if it needs to. We'll get it out of our way over here. So now we have our vegetables that we can put into our mixing pan. They're going to be easier this way. Now all this liquid that's in the bottom, don't throw it away. We're going to see if we can't make some sort of nice little sauce from it. What I am going to do is put a half a teaspoon of honey on top of this. Toss that around just a little bit. Get some of that honey all over everything. Doesn't seem like that's enough. I'm gonna put that in to drain a little on the side. We'll put this over across here. Now we have our pan. And I have an electric stove, and I don't like it, but this is how we're gonna work with it. I'm gonna turn both of these on, so it's heating the whole thing. And I have a half cup of hard cider. And we're going to add that to this. And we want to scratch and scoop up any of those little brown bits that may be lingering around on the bottom of your pan. Those are just goodness, little goodies. So we're going to try and get this to boil. Okay. Once it boils, we'll let it cook down just a little bit. and we'll be ready. That the meat needs to rest a full 15 minutes. Don't skimp on the time. And there we have it. We have our sauce in our serving dish, and it's going to be just beautiful. I'll do about half of it. And let's slip this onto the tray. Put it all over. Cap. We have our vegetables. Little place around here. Cut out and let me fix this.
Daddy, this is not.
There it is. We've sliced up our boneless loin, pork loin. We have our root vegetables, which tonight is turnips and carrots. Originally it would be parsnips, and I actually prefer parsnips, but turnips it is tonight. We made a little glaze to go over the meat that we'll be serving with, and we'll be serving alongside some applesauce. If you prefer chutney, chutney also goes as a nice sweet element with all this savory stuff going on.